The vert. Maybe stick to the vert. Yeah, maybe stick to the vert. See what we can actually handle today. Vobio Florilo si vibrissimo. I'm not gonna lie, the soundtrack is a banger. I love this opera. It's incredible. It's just too bad that you have to listen to it in front of Mephisto for 5 goddamn minutes because BattleNet can't figure out how to turn their fucking game on. But if you wait patiently for, I don't know, a fucking half hour, you do notice that there's a little loading icon. It does twist and turn every so often. But for the most part, you're kind of just stuck here. You're kind of just stuck staring at the Lord of Hatred's flayed muscular flesh. We're in! We're in! It only took 5 minutes. But, let me tell you, we could very well be booted in a moment's notice. Alright, it's sustaining itself. It's sustaining itself. Can't open the menu too quickly. Classic Blizzard. Classic Blizzard. I mean, it has nothing to do with the graphics. I'll just let you know. It has nothing to do with the graphics, but we will switch to balanced mode. We will do that. Just in case. Just in case. But the game's easy to run. It's Diablo. We are going to save the changes. Very good. I'm going to bring the effects down quite a bit. They are very fucking loud. What we really want to hear is the ambiance and the dialogue and all that delightful stuff. And here we go. What up, Big Nick? Gabby, River, Ven, hello, 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 hello. And everybody else tuning in on all the... Is this another RP game? It's technically, River, technically, it is literally called an action RPG, but you don't really roleplay too much in it. Because it's a single-player game that happens to take place online and has multiplayer features for boss fights and things like that, but the story, it's a single-player experience. And right now we're looking for new allies to destroy the prime evil Mephisto. This is Diablo IV, Lord of Hatred expansion. And this is the new expansion. As you can see, the original map is here. Massive, massive role-playing game here. And then the first expansion unlocked this area here, called Nahantu. And now we are in the second, which, by the way, that expansion was trash. And now we are on the second expansion. It's off to a much better start. Very, like, Roman and Greek themed. It's make-a-believe, right? So it's not all Greek, it's not all Roman. It's Scovos, more of a Greek name, but again, it's all make-believe, and it's actually really drawing from, like, mythological Christianity, and we're, you know, fighting demons and angels, and I'm a warlock, and I can summon demons, but I'm on the side of good. Yeah, I'm not going to read Atomic 420. The joke's too bad to read out loud. If you want jokes read aloud by streamers, they have to be good. They have to be good ones. Did I make this character? I did, yes. And there's a lot of character creation options in Diablo. A lot. They did a wonderful job. And they're all sexy as hell, by the way. Some of the men are less sexy, I suppose. But the women are also goddamn sexy. And I also have a horse covered in blood. And I will show you, because if you go to the stable, you can kind of hack your way into the character design as well. Excuse me. The game is just running so poorly. There's me horsey. Lots of options on your mounts. And then the armor that your mount wears. You know, you can go really... But I'm a warlock, so I felt like this was more like warlock-like. This look. But then, appearance... Oh my... Look at this woman. What a beauty, River. Look at her. You know, I'm not super crazy about her self-mutilation here with these extremely hardcore piercings, but that's just because I'm a wimp. Let me see if I could let you see those a little better on the... Let's see, I'll show you. She's got her She's got her deltoid pierced, which is fucking crazy. But that's just the armor I'm wearing, so I could change that look anytime. The septum I wanted her to have on more of a permanent basis. Know what I'm saying? Have I played Baldur's Gate 3? You feel like I would like it. It's a little slow-paced for me and on the action side. It's a little too much clicky here, wait a while, turn base, move over to your enemy. The look and feel and the talking and the voice acting, that was all great. But I only got through like 2 hours of it before I was like, it's just not the kind of play that I'm into. But yeah, look, all of these are hair color options. I don't want to forget where I'm at. So there's a lot to do in Diablo. You can really kind of do whatever you want. Different hairstyles. Like, so many options. We gotta go back to the Dark Wanderer look. And then accessories, different piercings, face piercings. I have a septum, obviously. Then you can do markings. So I have the Scars of Damnation. So that's why her entire fucking hands are purple. But that doesn't have to be. They're taking her armor off so that you could see the different tattoo variants. And some of them have face tattoos, so you know I love that. And I think I was that one. Yep. I just thought that was so badass for a Warlock. Plus it had the face tattoo. We're in business, baby. We're in business. And not only that, but all the different markings colors. This is called purple mana. You can do like a proper, oh, well, that's camouflage. Green moss. You can do like a proper inked tattoo look. It doesn't look as good with this particular style, this black thaumaturgy. But that, like, the inked tattoos look really good when it's actual tattoo style stuff. Blood. There's so many good options. It's such a friggin' fun game. Even the one I chose looks awesome in Blood, too. But for some reason, I like the purple mana. Just because I'm a Warlock, I feel Warlocks are purpley. I don't know, that's in my head, but tis what it is. You'd love to see what my V looks like in Cyberpunk? I believe I went with the medium-sized schlong in Cyberpunk, I believe. I chose a male V. Very rare for me to play male. But I did. Is this working yet? Or is this still glitched? Yes, it's working. The battle pass is working! Claim all my shit. Oh yeah. You can literally gaze upon your Cyberpunk character fully in the nude. And it even has physics. It will sway in the wind. It will dangle and doingle. And bing and bong. What's up, Spider-Man? Spider-Man? Cat lover for life 55. Didn't like what I chose for my tattoos. No, I was already pre-chosen. I already designed my character. I was just kind of showing somebody, showing River, the many different options that there were. But this character's already designed. This is Lena, a Warlock, and I am developing my own Warlock build right now. And she's pretty solid, though. She's pretty solid. We have to seek new allies on Philios. Let's do it. Let us do it. And the game is on hard mode, by the way. I started on hard mode. The boss fights have been challenging because I have no gear. Typically, as you get gear, you move up from normal to hard to expert to penitent. I'm starting with no gear. I'm a seasonal character. So, I just started on hard because I'm fucking badass and I can play hard. The boss fights have been tough, but I have not died yet. So, I'm hoping after some gear I can go straight to expert because then that'll get 125% more experience instead of 75% more from base. And I'll get 50% more gold instead of 25% more gold. So we shall see. Thank you for the heart me, River. The game keeps freezing a little bit because it's their launch day. Technically, there was early access yesterday for people who pre-ordered, but then the proper launch is today. A lot of bugs, I'm sure. Intake forms and ledgers spanning several weeks. It appears the number of visitors from the mainland has increased tenfold since last month. Yeah, so what's going on in the story, just to catch everybody up who hasn't been here, what's going on in the story is Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, has been unlocked, so to speak, but not fully. He's able to communicate with people on the world, but he's not in the world yet. The world is called Sanctuary. It exists between heaven and hell, which makes sense, right? So Sanctuary exists between heaven and hell. Mephisto is one of the prime evils, along with Ondariel, Duriel, Diablo, etc., etc. And Mephisto... somebody's asking me if I've played the new DLC for Diablo yet. Like, sir, I'm live right now. I'm live right now. Get in the chat. Get in the chat. I'm live right now playing it. All caps, motherfucker. I mean, come on. What the fuck am I doing this shit for? Okay, but seriously. What's up, K12? So, did I play this on stream yesterday? I did. You missed it. But it was a midnight stream. I did midnight to 2 a.m. We did the opening story, the opening cutscene. So that's why I'm catching everybody up here. Big T with the roses. What's up, Big T? What's up, Big T? It's my dude. The dude, Big T. So, 5 a.m. for you. Yeah, that's not a good time to be awake. Not a good time to be awake. So, can I goddamn get through the goddamn fucking story catch-up already? Jesus Peasus. So Lorath, he's a Haradrim, very important types of people. They study the balance between good and evil, and they fight to protect Sanctuary. The Haradrim Lorath has been an instrumental part of the story here. He had an ex-lover here that lived on this island nation, as you can see on the map. Skovos. He had an ex-lover, and she's the queen of Skovos. How convenient for the story arc, right? He went to warn her that there are all these false prophets here. And the false prophets on Skovos are all over the city. You can kind of see them. Everybody's talking about them.
These pilgrims act like the world is ending.
Get the idea?
On the mainland it is. In the steppes, I saw mass graves of stillborn young. In the Hantu, I saw a village turned to tar.
Heavy stuff.
Skovos is next. Make no mistake.
So this lady gets it. This lady gets what's going on. Some of the characters you interact with, they have no idea what's going on. They think that these pilgrims are good. What's happening is Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, is performing miracles here in Skovos while he's burning and ravaging the mainland with demons and hellfire. Okay? So Skovos is so disconnected from that. So he's coming in here with like a soft launch, building in all these acolytes, bringing in all these people to be on his side to fight against the Haradrim and me, the Wanderer. The Wanderer killed all the other primevals, essentially, although Diablo hasn't been in this game. But we also killed Lilith, who was like the originator of sin, essentially. Just looking for more people to talk to, not the bounty hunter. These are other players that are populating the same instance that I am. River said, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what you're saying. The background music is just so beautiful. I know. They've always nailed... Diablo, since Diablo 2, has nailed soundtracking. It's perfect every time. Just looking for some more interactions real quick. See if we can hear any villagers talking. Kind of get a glimpse of what's happening here. And you'll enjoy these quiet moments in the town, trust me, because shit gets hectic out there in the fighting. Like swarms and swarms of demons.
Oh, no, little ones. The crowds are scary, aren't they? Papa's going to keep you safe.
Okay, so that's a weird fucking rat man. I had to kill a bunch of rats in the sewer in the first dungeon. They were like were-rats. These are the Queen's guards. They're all women. And they are currently under the spell of Mephisto, essentially. Completely manipulated. And so what happened to Lorath was Mephisto tricked him into seeing Mephisto in the eyes of his lover, and he slit her throat. And then Mephisto performed a miracle, reviving her, so that everyone saw that the Haradrim were the evil ones, and Mephisto is here to perform miracles for the people. It was a great ruse. And he's growing so powerful. And only the Wanderer, I'm assuming, can defeat him. Blah, 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 blah. But it was intense. It was really intense, and it was actually a very, very powerful cutscene if you'd like to watch that on the VOD. I've reached my... Speak with Lorath. Here's Lorath. He's like a defeated man now. Lorath, what happened in there?
I saw. I walked right into his trap. This is how he wants me. Confused, panicked, with the blood of my friend all over my own damn hands.
So what next? We can't give up now.
That's me talking.
Nerel died to get us here.
You're right. You're right. What's done is done. Nerel said to seek the Oracle. That's why I've logged around the side by side. Let me try to get my bearings. If memory serves, her sanctum won't be far.
So, yeah, you said that voice actor sounds familiar, but I mean, come on, it's like... He's probably in a million video games with that deep, gravelly voice. A million side characters. Okay, but there's a little side mission here. Oh, it's a little laggy. So these are one of the demons I summon. That's called the Tortured Wretch. And it baits everyone to come and attack it. And it also deals damage to them. Then I shoot Blazing Screams, which are also technically demons. It's a demon skull for massive damage. It's my power attack that consumes Wrath, which is the Warlock's form of mana. And then Doom generates Wrath, which is just like a sigil, which looked like the same sigil that's on my character's face. So I like that ability. Event joined. Cleansed by blood, kill the caster. And now I have to capture all the plates. I assume by feeding them with blood. Oh no, there's more casters to kill. Oh my god. I think I captured that plate. Oh, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Fuck. That thing is just piecing me up. Oh my, I'm way too weak for this. Get the fuck out! Oh, they're all champions. See that blue highlight? That means they're all super powerful. Fuck this! Oh my god. This game is way harder than the previous expansion. Those are never hard. Holy shit balls. Doesn't help that there's a little lag here. Jeez Louise. And it's just their server. As you can see, I'm fine. It's just Diablo. So then you talk to the healer, and then that fills you up with potions and maxes your life again. He was Sid in Final Fantasy 16. Sid? They use that name over and over, so I have no idea what character that is. I only know who Sid is in Final Fantasy 7. I didn't play 16. Alright, let's help their servers out by... No, don't leave the game. That would have been a fucking disaster. Let's tone down even more toward... Yeah, let's go custom high. Perfect. And then quality mode, let's go performance, and let's save the changes and see if that helps us. Even though this game is already way beneath what we can process. We can process way more. We can process this game 3 times running, but their servers are just struggling right now. Let's see if that helps us. Too many people playing the game all at the same time, I suppose.
You picked a terrible mark. Have no money, see?
Buccaneers. Mutineers. Not just demons in this world, you gotta worry about assholes too. Even that took about 40% of my health.
Brigands. Just outside the capital.
Brigands, I haven't heard that word in ages. Yeah, but don't worry. I turned them into skeletons. I got wrecked. Is that so surprising?
The Amazons I remember would never have allowed it.
I see.
But they're spread thin. Adriana has staged the bulk of her forces in Temis.
Adriana's the queen.
She was never one to play so conservatively. Things have changed here.
Yeah, things are not going well. Find the source of the pirate ambushers. I suppose we could follow this trail of buccaneers. So, my tortured wretch aggroes them, which protects me because I'm kind of fragile as a warlock. Oh, good. That shrine gives me... This is new. That's weird. These shrines normally just unlock... This is new. So I stand in its way. I genuinely have no idea what to do. I've never encountered a shrine like this. These normally just... They unlock... It's pointing this way, right? Oh yeah, still going through there. They unlock special abilities. Dark and light makes humanity what we are. To unlock our fullest potential, we must embrace our connections to heaven and hell. This is bizarre. What do I do with this? Embrace our connection to heaven and hell. Is there an emote? Is there an emote that helps me with that? Come on! Too many of these things!
If I open the way, the hells would eat you alive.
That looked fucking awesome. But it did not give me anything.
I could use a hand.
Heaven and hell, I'm not getting... I don't have anything that really fits that.
Didn't think you had it in you.
Is there anything I don't have on my wheel? No.
Greetings.
Huh. I'm not sure what we've discovered here. But let's continue our journey, I guess. I mean, I can summon demons, but it's not doing anything either. This has to be something. It could also just be bugged because it's launch day, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. Why are they fighting each other? Bizarre. Bizarre. Holy shnikes, it's Patricia. What is up? Long time no see. Quill Beagle, why are you fighting me? You're not a mutineer. Just chill. Just chill. We're trying to kill brigands and bandoleros. Oh, those barrels, they blow up.
Oh no. Speaking of Amazons.
Oh shit. Well, they were spread too thin. They were spread too thin. Why do I only follow 6 people? Because I'm not on TikTok to consume content. I'm on TikTok to create content. There's your answer. What's it to you? What does it matter? What have you found,
What
Lorath?
would have been the patrol? Blood still fresh. Strange. These are trained soldiers. How'd this happen?
Demons, Lorath? Oh, come on, blow these up. There we go. Little champion here, plundering frostbite. Easy
Sheer
kill.
numbers. That's how the dullards got her. I see anchors up ahead. That's
Got a
their
ring,
foothold.
gives me willpower.
Let's cut
Willpower is
them
my
loose.
main ability for increasing damage. Assault iron anchor. Holy shit, and they just keep coming with it? That's fucking actually really cool. Come on, kill that thing. That's sick. Oh wow, this expansion is so much better than the last one. I loved that look. And look, there's a ship down there. I gotta move the camera so you to see the ship down there that threw that anchor. That's killer. That is truly killer. Come on, I need demons, I need demons. Good demons. The demons I control. And you can see they're all like in chains and stuff. Jeez, the Salt Iron Anchor is quite a friggin' game mechanic. Ooh. Another one? Okay, they missed. Alright, hang on, hang on. I got new boots. They're increasing willpower, max life, life on kill, and armor. Beautiful. We'll turn those old boots into dust.
One of the old Amazon distress signals.
Oh,
That
we should
thing should be ablaze.
Fucking fire it up. Yeah, what the hell? You'd think the Oracle would know about Mephisto's plans.
It's strange. Never heard of the Queen addressing the city without the Oracle at her side. She should have been on that dais. But she wasn't. Maybe Mephisto's hoping to weaken Skovos by driving apart its leaders.
Oh shit. I'll answer that question after this, River. Oh shit, I'm getting fucked up. This is a minor boss here. Shit. I'm already down to one potion. Oh geez, this guy is fucking hard. I missed with my ability. That sucks so bad. He's hitting nothing right now. Just whiffing. Last potion. I need to get him to a break point. Oh! I got him to the break point. I don't see that. There's only dropped one potion. I can't get hit by those red lines, obviously, and I just got hit by one. I'm telling you, this expansion is just way harder than the last one. He's not even getting aggroed by my aggro guy. He's vulnerable, he's vulnerable. I'm close to the next potion point. Alright, good, potions. Ah, damn it, he's only dropping one potion a time. That's unusual for a boss. Normally it's 3. He's not getting aggroed, that's the real killer. I'm out of potions. I'm so fucked! Please get aggroed. Nope. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Yeah! Wow! I finished that on the edge of despair and death. and Doom. Holy cow. Why is this game so hard compared to freaking previous versions? This is crazy. Oh my goodness. So, you had a question. If I was planning on streaming any GTA RP this week. Yes, I am planning on streaming GTA RP, but I don't have a plan to stream GTA RP. Does that make sense? I am planning it, but I don't, it's not on the books yet. I know it's what everyone wants. I know everybody wants Pip Sardine. I'm not, you know, naive to that. I know that this is more fringe stream here. But the reality is that being Pip Sardine requires the most energy of anything I do on stream or content creation wise, period, bar none. It takes the most creative energy. It takes the most mental power. It has an effect on my voice because I do the voice. So there's an actual, like, you know, when you're doing that, you're pushing all the airflow back here in your throat. And so that has a toll. And so it's something that has to be done very sparingly. And, you know, it has to be scheduled kind of like a television show that comes up, you know, maybe 2 times per week. So that's the plan moving forward, is that I know everybody loves it. I know it's most people's like favorite thing that I've done ever so far. But it's hard on me, and I have to be honest about that. And I don't love doing it. I love how it makes people feel that watch it. I love their enjoyment. But I don't love being Pip Sardine. So I need to balance those two realities. But I also need to balance the reality that right now we've had 39 impressions on the For You page. And when we were playing Fortnite, we would have 3,900. So, you know, it's very, very, very different here. Having been a full-time Fortnite streamer and found success, and every morning between the hours of like 8 and 9:30 a.m. having, you know, 100 people watching all at the same time. You know, now having 2 people watching and only 40 people have even seen that the stream exists yet. You know, I'm well aware of all these challenges and problems with what it's like being a variety streamer, which is why what you're going to start seeing on my content, not my live stream, but on my content, is I'm going to stop doing as much. Riker, why did you open my door, dude? Go, your sister. Go get your sister. Go. What's gonna begin to happen is, you know, I'm just gonna be me in that content. So there's gonna be a lot of me on camera, not necessarily me playing a game, because that just conditions people to expect the game, and I don't want anyone to expect a game. You know, I'm already so fucking annoyed and hindered by people coming in saying, when Fortnite? You know, so, and this is not a disrespect on you, River. You're one of my favorite people in the chat, always. But it's now going to become when Pip Sardine. So I need to break the expectation while still respecting the desire of the viewers. K12, no, for sure. I'd make it clear it's a variety channel. Right. And how to do that, you know, how to like, where do you advertise that? Where do you say that? You know, so the thing I have to do first and foremost is just make sure that, unlike with what I was doing with Fortnite, every piece of content I made was like in a row was Fortnite. And that was really great for growth. You know, we got 1,500 followers in 2 months, and many of them actually watched the live stream. So yeah, I don't know, K12. No, but River, there is pressure. You know, it's not caused by you. It's the pressure is that I want to do this professionally, right? So that's pressure I put on myself. And in order to do it professionally, and in order to make sure that there's a number of donations that make streaming possible, you know, I need to make people happy, right? So right now, in my opinion, the greatest streamer in the world is the Burnt Peanut. He's not for everybody, And I don't think he's a one-size-fits-all kind of person. However, what he's doing is he's switching games, but he's doing them in like content chunks. So he'll do all Arc Raiders for like months, and then he'll do all Rust for a month. Then he's going to do all the next game. And what ends up happening is that the audience just goes with him. They just travel with him. But that's fine when you have millions of people watching already and following already. But when you have nobody following and watching virtually, you know, when you have fucking, who knows what it is, 10 people? IShowSpeed doesn't do video games anymore, so I'm not including them. I'm talking about gaming live streamers, River. And again, I'm saying this is the person who I think is the best, not the person who is the biggest. IShowSpeed is definitely the biggest live streamer. And then like Kai Sanat, who hasn't even streamed in like 8 months. But anyway, so what happens is you get into a situation where, you know, I can't do things that larger streamers can do. You know, I'm in a situation where everyone loved me when I played Fortnite, and the second I stopped, I lost my entire audience. And I knew that would happen. It was not a surprise. This is not a complaint. I knew that would happen. It was so obvious. And it's still happening. People are still unfollowing because they just can't grasp the fact that I'm not playing Fortnite every day anymore, and that's what they followed me for, and that's fair. That's fair. That's fine. Dominion said, I'm still here. I do appreciate you. I do appreciate you. Definitely not everybody's gonna abandon me, you know? And if they do, it's fine. I'm not providing what their expectations were when they followed me any longer, which was play Fortnite, be a Fortnite creator, wake up and play Fortnite, talk about Fortnite, review the Fortnite shop. That feels so shallow to me. It wasn't true to who I am. It's not authentic to me. So I'm happy to start from scratch, to become a variety streamer, which is more based on my authenticity and my personality and my showmanship. Whereas Fortnite, the fans were more based on, will I play Fortnite with them? When is community game night? It's like, community game night ain't coming, motherfucker. Like, community game night was so stressful and horrible. And like, if I did community game night and I played Battle Royale, right? Everybody was like, well, when are you gonna play Blitz? And then if I played Blitz on community game night, everyone was like, well, when's Reload? When are you gonna play Reload? And it was like you couldn't make anyone happy because you could make not everyone could be made happy. And when you tried to make one person happy, another fucking 40% dropped off. So fuck Fortnite. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't like Fortnite anymore. I don't want to play it anymore. I might try Save the World because it's a single player experience to see what's up. But I'm done. I'm only gonna play Fortnite with my friends because they're my friends. Not to be successful in life. You know what I mean? K12 says, I try to pop in. I like your personality, LOL. Well, I'm grateful for that. Key says, keep grinding, though. That's the game. That's the game. You know, it is a grind, but it's a challenging grind. It's a challenging grind because you just, like, you don't know what's... Like, for example, when I did World of Warcraft, it was pretty nice. I got 6 new followers, which, like, when I did Fortnite, I got 40 new followers every morning, which is how I grew so fast. And then occasionally I would get like 150 or 100. And, but you'll see with Diablo, I've gotten 0 in 2 streams. So, you know, you also don't want to bang your head against the wall, right? You don't want to just be like, fucking playing a game that no one will follow me for. You don't want to do that either, you know? So, World of Warcraft, I did 2 streams on that, and, you know, whatever, I gained like 10 total followers, but that's a huge increase over 0. And so that gives me a little intelligence, it gives me a little data. And the data is, okay, if I stream World of Warcraft the same way I did Fortnite, where let's say but instead of 8 hours a day, let's just give it 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday, at a good enough time slot. Let's see how that can cascade and grow and snowball into a following. And if I only do 2 hours, well, then I've still got 6 hours of the day to do the rest of the work that being a streamer involves. You know what I'm saying? River says, I do like variety streamers. I can get bored of a streamer if they don't switch it up a bit. Most streamers start playing one game, build a following, and then switch it up, which feels fake. Yes, it's not fake per se, River. It's the path of least resistance, right? It's very difficult to grow as a variety streamer, and the number one reason for that is how algorithms work behind the scenes, okay? The algorithms are designed to reward niching down, to reward hyper-professionalization. So that's why being a Fortnite streamer was so successful for me. You know, I mean, 100 viewers on a stream, you know, and 40 pretty much every day concurrent. You know, peaking at around 100, but 40 would be there for like the whole peak hour. So, you know, I get it. The problem is, you have to be true to yourself. You don't want to burn out. And I'm already burnt out with Fortnite, and it was becoming fake and phony, and that's not who I am, and I'm not going to endure that. So, certain games will make you grow faster, though, because there's a fan base. That's right, Kay. Absolutely true. Which limits the number of games you can play. So Diablo has an audience, but unfortunately none of them are finding me because I've only been on the For You page 48 times, right? And then on the other apps, there's like much less discovery. But World of Warcraft, for whatever reason, grows faster. I mean, who knows the reasons why? Two games can have huge audiences. Well, I know a couple of the reasons why, right? There's a lot of more competition on certain games than others. Like Arc Raiders, I couldn't crack into. I loved Arc Raiders, but I couldn't crack into it because the Burnt Peanut was doing it. Nick Merckx was doing it. Tfue was doing it. Ninja was doing it. It was like all the biggest streamers in the world were doing the same game. So like, how are you going to break into that? All the viewers are on lockdown somewhere else. K12, yes, I do. I'm there right now. Dominion said, facts, I'm stuck. I haven't gotten any new followers in a while. I can't hit the For You page. So, the secret to the For You page is, I'll give you a 3-point plan, Dominion, because I know how to do it. I'm not actively doing it because I'm in this kind of learning period right now where I'm figuring out the next strategy for myself. But if your number one goal is to grow as a streamer and go pro and make money, I mean, I was on my way with Fortnite, and the trick was, same game every day, same time every day. And then what's the most important thing? There's two. But they're kind of co-equal, right? As the most important thing. The first one, Dominion, is when you're shown on the For You page, right? How many of those people tap into the stream? Okay? So when you're seen, just people are swiping like this, right, Dominion? They're just fucking flying. They're just like next, 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 next. But then they see you and they tap in. Okay, so that right there is like massively important for growth on TikTok. Then the next thing are unique gifters. There's K12.
K1249 just
followed. K1249. Let's go. Thank you for the follow. What's up, Kana? What's up, Panyo? Hello, everybody. So, we're just talking about streaming right now, actually. We stopped playing the game because we've got some people in the chat who are curious about streaming growth and strategy, and Dominion is a streamer himself, and he's saying he's been stuck and he can't get any new followers, and I understand the pain. Kana said, can't mod today because I'm cleaning right now, so I'm semi-AFK, but I'm listening. Kana, don't announce that to the trolls. Now they're all going to come, and they're going to be like, hey, mod's off duty. Penis emoji. You know how they roll. Why is your Twitch name so long, K12? I don't know. Ponyo's sick right now and laughing about it. We like that. As long as you're laughing about it. So, Dominion, anyway, long story short, the other piece of the puzzle is unique gifters. Why is unique gifters the next most important thing? Because TikTok is looking for the streamers that are going to make them money. And whenever someone gifts you on TikTok, TikTok gets between 60 and 65% of that gift money. Okay? So, they're looking for, number one, people tapping through, because that shows that you can hook people. Now, that's why normally, when I'm taking the stream seriously business-wise, and I'm not just kind of doing tests like I am right now, you know, you see you'll have this tagline up here. On the it's only on the vertical. I can show you an example on the wide stream. You'll have this text line here. Okay? When you have a text line up, you want it not to say test stream, please ignore, obviously. You would want it to say, you know, decide Pip's fate when I'm doing my Pip RP. You want to say, work's over, get in the chat. You want to say, I humiliate trolls was one that I used. We had sleep is for the weak was a big one that worked for me really well. Thanks for the heart meat jelly and good to see you in the chat. Sleep is for the weak was one that worked, right? We had I'm about to crash out was one that did okay. And why do you need those? And you do need them, Dominion? Because that's what will get that extra bit of someone tapping in. That extra bit of, it's called a hook line. Just like you're going fishing. You gotta hook them in off the For You page. Right? So when you hook them in, they go, okay, that's just an extra reason to enter the chat, and maybe even an extra reason to chat. Once you get more chats and more unique gifts, TikTok puts you on the For You page more times. And if you're not getting those things, if you're not getting tap-ins from the For You page and then unique gifts, they shut you down, you're essentially shadow banned, it's fucking useless. And that's when you get stuck on TikTok. Now, growth on the widescreen channel, that's just, you've got to send people there from TikTok or from elsewhere, right? Or wherever you're creating content, you've got to send people there. Vikana just gifted Ponyo a 3-month tier 1 subscription. Thank you so much, Kana. And Ponyo, now you're stuck coming to the widescreen channel more often than you were bargaining for. Too bad. Now you gotta enjoy that subscription. Thank you very much, Kana, for hooking her up. So that's pretty much the shtick of how TikTok works. And then it helps to say, hey, if you're on the For You page right now, tap the glass and come on in, which I would do every morning on the Fortnite stream. And that would also, and then you remind people, you gotta say it, and don't forget to follow, like and follow, and tap the screen. And when you say all these things, you know, even though it seems silly and you don't like to do them, it's the same reason why Mr. Beast, who has a kachillion followers already and subscribers, what have you, they don't need to do any more. And yet, you know, every single video, Mr. Beast still says, don't forget to like, follow, you know, whatever he says, his spiel. He's always giving the spiel because it's human nature. If you don't give the spiel, the odds of getting a subscribe, the odds of getting a follower, the odds of receiving gifts are just going to be that much smaller. There's going to be that much lower. You know, you do have to do some encouragement. I know it makes you feel like a peddler, which sucks. You know what? My real dream in life would be that I was Michelangelo. You know, the agony and the ecstasy of being Michelangelo, the artist. And I just had this rich king patron who, you know, let me paint the way I wanted to paint. Now, I'm not a painter. It's a metaphor. You get what I'm saying? So whimsical. But, you know, the metaphor here is that I would just have this king that would just be like, Dane, we need a new song for the ball next month. And I'd be like, no problem. I'll have a song ready for the ball next month. It'll be brand new. I'm going to whip it out. It's going to impress all your guests. I'm going to work my ass off on it on a month. And I'll fucking grind for a month. Every fucking minute I'll be making that song. Thank you so much for the gifts, everybody. River sent 15 Go Populars, 4 press starts, and Dominion sent a game controller. Thank you all very much. And finger hearts as well. I almost missed those. Thank you, River, very much. You got a title gifter role for that. And so that's what it is. You know, that's how the game used to work. And that's where the idea for like having a Patreon comes in. Because it's the way to crowdsource that to a large number of people, since there's no real kings anymore, and there's no way, you know, the village isn't small enough for the talented person in the village to get recognized by the king or the war leader, and then that's their job. It's too big. Our cities are too huge. And so we need to democratize everything, and we need to crowdsource everything, and we need to find the others who want to support you. And so you're not going to find a king to just say, okay, Michelangelo, go visit the Pope and paint the Sistine Chapel for him. I hear he needs some work done, and we want to get in our Catholicism points for the next couple of years so we don't get excommunicado. Right? So, thank you, Ponyo, who says the mustache is mustaching handsome Bobansome King. Was I adjusting it naturally before you said that? Is that why you came up with that? Why are there bones here? Oh, because I just destroyed a raid. So you get it, right? But instead what we have is we have to meet more massive amounts of people in order to generate the revenue required to do this for a living and to give the energy that then the energy will come back to us in the form of a trade, right? The trade is I give the energy, and in some of the energy is creative energy, some of the energy is literal physical energy because you're going to wind down your vocal cords and your voice, and you're going to need to drink lots of juice and water, and you're going to need to have tea after, and you're going to need to have halls after because you're talking 8 hours a day or whatever, and you got to do work then, you got to do editing, all this shit. You got to do all this shit. But then hopefully you'll get some energy back in the form of money. Now, when you're doing games like Fortnite, Dominion, I'm not sure what your main game is, but when you're doing a game like Fortnite, there's a problem. There's a major problem. And that's that culturally, Fortnite, okay, culturally, Fortnite has a gifting culture that exists outside of where you want it to exist, which is on the platforms that reward you most monetarily. Their gifting culture on Fortnite, and there's nothing wrong with this, and it's extremely generous from people because it costs real human dollars, but there's a gifting culture, and you got to be aware of that, and that's on receiving skins, receiving emotes, gun wraps, cars, things like that, that enhance the viewer experience for the viewer who gifts it to you, that enhance your experience because you get to be more visually diverse, and you can, every game you can put on a new skin, and I would never have been able to afford that. But as a result, you're going to get a lot less superfan subscriptions. You're going to get a lot less, monetary donations. So the game you're playing also yields the donation culture, and you got to be aware of that. Whereas if you're playing a game like Arc Raiders, there is no mechanism for gifting people anything. It just doesn't exist. So the only option culturally for someone to gift you is going to be in-game. So Fort is your game. So it's going to be hard to sustain a financial income on Fort without 1,000 people watching. And that's why whenever you see Fortnite creators, they're all hawking their support a creator code, right? They're just like saying, oh, you please enter the support a creator code. And I was having to do that too. And it takes it would take thousands of dollars to be spent for you to make $50. You know what I mean? So not ideal. Not ideal. So when you think about it as a business, if that's what you're doing, Dominion, I'm not sure. These are the challenge points you have with Fortnite. And that's not the main reason I'm hopping off of Fortnite, or I hopped off Fortnite, but it is one of the reasons. You need a sustainable living if you're going to commit to this as a, Dude, I was doing 70 hours a week was spent on either streaming, editing for the stream, creating content for the stream, thinking about the stream. I did 8 hours a night, overnight, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. for, 2 months before I figured out the morning situation. So anyway, they're talking about the Ducky over on, that's the custom Dane Noodles Ducky system for subscribes. Why does not Vicana have one? That's a good question. You have all these other badges. You have you're the #1 gifter. You've got some kind of sword next to your name, which means you're the moderator. You were the first sub, maybe? Is that what the first is? I don't know. But every so many months as a subscriber, you unlock a new duck. Ponyo hasn't been that active as a streamer lately. Her kitten had surgery, and now she's sick while working. Well, those 2 weeks are almost up, girly. So, are you gonna take a break, or you got another job lined up right away, Ponyo? All right, let me put in my skill points here and get on with the game, because I don't have. I'll play another hour, I guess. It's only been 1 hour. Okay, what ability did I unlock? This ability yet? Yes, I did. Did I unlock this ability yet? Yes, I went with Rampage. Okay, do we want kill streak damage? Killing an enemy or demon with Rampage increases its damage by 20% for 3 seconds. I don't really like Rampage, unfortunately. It's not working out for me. Weep womp. What about Infernal Breath? Summon a demonic head for 7 seconds that breathes fire on enemies, dealing 17 damage per hit. Per hit. How many hits does it do? That seems like a lot, not a lot at all. Tyrant's Grasp. Summon a demon hand that pulls enemies away from you. I like that. Get the fuck away from me, dog. Tyrant's Grasp deals 100% increased damage against unstoppable enemies. Casting Tyrant's Grasp commands your lesser demon skills to slow enemies. Hell yeah. Gotta slow these babies down. Alright, let's continue with Lorath. Taking a week off, awesome. And then a week off, and then you're gonna do applying Ponyo, or look, I'm trying to say your name correctly. Finally, I've been calling you Ponyo forever, and every time you say it, you say Ponyo. Or is it a week off from working and you've got the next job lined up, or a week off from then you're gonna start writing applications? Found a new little village.
This eclipse, it's an omen.
The heavens shifted, and people suffered. So
Oh, that's
it has
awesome. She has
always
the next
been.
job lined up. Waypoint. Alright. Where are we now? Vision's End. And this place was called Temis. Okay, and I'm supposed to go learn how to fish. Visit the blacksmith real quick.
Mainlander. What brings you to it then?
Okay, we have a new focus, which can only pair with a single armed weapon. I'm using a 2-armed weapon. We don't want to use that because we'll lose 10 willpower, even at the cost of toughness. Because that's how I get my damage. It's my main, most important thing. But I guess we'll keep those just in case we start getting our ass kicked. I need more resistance. Okay, 34 damage on this and 34 on this. Can that beat 71 damage here? Let's find out. No, it does 1 more damage. Son of a gun. And we turn those to dust. And we get on with the show. At a bakery. Ooh. What are you going to be doing at the bakery? You're going to be baking? This is a strange looking fellow. Euterpe. They're just a healing priest, I guess. These are some interesting designs on the outfits. This is a drunken priest. Okay. This one's really interesting. They did a lot of like face covering gear for this expansion, I noticed. Which is not really great for me because I love seeing the beautiful faces that I design. I don't design them. I choose the way the eyes look and the makeup and the piercings and the facial structure and blah blah blah. I don't design it. I'm not a game designer.
Sky.
But look, everything is covering on the face.
Torrent of hatred.
This is the Oracle.
A deceiver. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Blood and light, our only hope. The images are getting stronger.
Ah. Here's the one who has plagued my visions. Alive and well, at last.
What do you mean?
I've seen you die 100 different ways. Strangled, drowned, crushed beneath Mephisto's heel.
Then you know the evil we face, Oracle.
Yes, and the way you hope to best it. You seek a weapon. I know not where it is, but you've brought what we'll need to find it.
Okay, a weapon.
The Sightless Eye.
The Sightless Eye.
Can you use it to help us?
Not I, no. I saw it broken in hell when Lilith met its gaze and bent it inwards towards your mind. It peers there still and will forevermore. To you, and the demon that sleeps within your blood.
Wait. You don't mean...
Who's in my blood?
It's time to wake her. Come with me to the
Who's in
center.
my blood? Tony.
Hold on.
Hold on. I'll hold on. What is it?
She wants to waken Lilith.
Oh, Lilith.
Is she mad?
She's pretty much the dawn of sin and
I've been there,
mankind.
weighing my life against a glimmer of hope. I sold my soul to that damn tree, and did it matter? No. Donan still died, and Narel died. I can't... Sanctuary can't afford to lose you, too. Are you sure you want to do this?
I'm the Wanderer, brother.
We might have to.
I can't
Let's
be
at
lost.
least hear what the
I'm the
Oracle
player
has to
character.
say.
This isn't the help I'd wanted from her.
Well, side quest here. I don't typically do them.
No use. The hives are too dangerous. We can't afford to lose anyone else.
Without the draft, the visions are starved things. You step into my shadow.
How may I assist, Seer?
Soon I lead my sisters into the sight beyond sight. Our draft is ready, but we need one more ingredient.
Mad honey.
honey. The nearby hives are full, but the hatred in these lands has roused the wasps beyond our normal means.
Good voice acting, but very slow.
Should you brave the harvest for our right, our order will see you rewarded.
Alright, if it's something we can just pass by, we'll do it. Mad honey sounds cool. Oh, we're about to level up, which is good, because we've been getting our ass kicked. Oh, that's the new hand I got. Woo, I like it. I guess I gotta aim it better. Oh my god, so many rats to deal with. And is this an ultimate ability? Sigil skills create powerful ritual areas. Sigil of Subversion. Show you better here. Sigil of Subversion. Cooldown. 10 seconds. Create a subversive ritual for 10 seconds that hexes enemies. Killing 8 enemies or demons within fuels the ritual to send forth shadow trails for 8 seconds that periodically grant you 1 stack of shadow form while in them. You can have up to 3 trails active at once. Okay. Sigil of Summons. Create a binding ritual for 10 seconds that extends the duration of your summons. I have no summons, really, other than my tormented wraith guy. Whatever the fuck. Wretch. Tormented Wretch. And killing 8 demons or enemies in there fuels the ritual to summon a demon for 20 seconds, which attacks... Oh, some more demon summoning. Sigil of Chaos. Create a destructive ritual for 10 seconds that grants you volatility. Volatility randomly empowers Hellfire skills when you attack with them. Empowered skills deal 50% increased damage. Hell yeah! That's the one I want. More fire. Fire! Fire! That's Beavis and Butthead reference. Not really my favorite show, though. Okay, this is another...
I see a bird. Blue feathers. Broken wings. Eyes plucked out, but singing. A man with 7 arms, drowning the sun in blood. An island, veiled in a fog of lies. A falling star, blazing like a torch in the night.
Okay. Sounds lovely.
Walking on the scales of a great serpent, just like in Hawazar. Not my fault.
We rarely live past 30. I had half as many wrinkles this time last year. And Sira there, why, she was a good 3 fingerwits taller.
Okay. The seers die very young.
Oh, do you wish to learn our ways?
They're costlier than you might think.
Flies from those who bend its rhythms.
We give up decades of our lives.
Pieces of our bodies, see as we do.
Oh, maybe they don't have eyes. That's why they're covering their faces. Are they removing their eyes? That's crazy. Why are there scales carved into the mountain?
The first oracle was swallowed
yeah.
by a great serpent.
pretty cool.
So the legends say. In its belly, she glimpsed 1,000 futures. And so from that day forward, all
Oracles dwell in the belly of the serpent.
Ancestors of fate, we remember all you sacrificed to protect Skovos. We remember the weight of the prophecy you bore.
The marks of past oracles, each one unique to its wearer. They're these masks. Etched below each mask is the date of the oracle's reign. They were rarely more than 15 years old. This game is heavy. A fragment of a prophecy. Then came a spear of light piercing Hatred's heart, and he who was bound in chains was set free. So Hatred, the Lord of Hatred, is Mephisto. He's the boss of this game. That's why we're looking for a spear of light to match the prophecy.
It is cold where she is.
Who? Lilith? Can you feel her?
Her fury is too much to bear. Come, let us greet her.
This is the same Lilith who left a trail of bloody corpses on the mainland.
Indeed.
Right, so this path is risky. Foolish, even. What if she corrupts them? Steals Sanctuary's last hope of survival?
I'm not Elias, Lorath.
I know. But we don't even know what the Oracle is going to do to you.
Wish I could walk.
Will open a doorway.
Running and stopping takes me out of the
you
vibe.
Walk into the furthest reaches
as
of
I
your
spin
own
in circles.
soul, where Hatred's daughter lurks.
Okay.
If you're really set on this, I'll be damned if I'm going to let you go in without a plan. Skovos was Lilith's home once. Mention it to her. If she has any reason to help us, it'll be that. Meet her gaze. Hold your ground. And please, come back after.
Come, bring the eye. I've only ever seen it in dreams. Look. Do you see her?
That's my character. Where are we going?
What is this place?
The Mind's Eye. That was a cool cutscene. That wasn't really necessary. The voice in my blood whispers.
Lilith?
Lilith was the boss of Diablo IV with no expansions, and these petals mark her way. Petals of blood. We're like harvesting her back. Oh boy. The glistening membrane. Lovely.
Where are you?
More blood. Petals. Oh dear. Something coming out of there? No, the threshold.
I know you're there. Speak to me. Lilith.
This game is great.
You come to kill what remains of me. I'm not here to... Your father is free. He's out there as we speak. I warned you. But you chose not to listen.
Oh, there's gold in here.
It won't be long now. Half the
little
world
silly.
follows him, and the rest aren't far behind. Will you really let him win? After all this?
Won't let me attack that. Yeah, this game is super well written. Dominion.
Be gone.
It's getting harder to move, as you can see.
Just talk to me! Desperation is unbecoming of you. I shall give you one chance, and no more. Approach.
Okay. Stop pushing us away. I wonder what she looks like now, having been defeated. Oh, okay, she looks pretty much the same, just smaller. Oh, I wasn't in the right spot.
Lilith.
No, I never heard of that.
Your
Where
father.
winds meet.
He walks your world. You laid his path. Your father walks Skovos. Skovos. I cannot stop his schemes alone. No. You need me.
Damn.
If I am to help you fight my father, I must know more. Show me. What is he doing in Skovos?
Lilith is a complicated character, although she's like the originator of sin. It was her marriage to an angel that really created humanity, as I understand it. So it was the union of heaven and hell that created Sanctuary in between.
He gathers the masses. His sheep to herd.
Fragments of memory.
He settles his affairs. Silences those who know him best. And he leads his flock to the pools of creation. Curse you, Father.
What makes these pools so important?
That is not your concern. Of course it's my concern.
Yeah,
I brought this to you. On hands and knees. And until I mentioned Skovos, you didn't care at all. Something about these pools has you scared. I need to know what. Listen close, for I shall not say this again. Without me, you have nothing. No armies, no allies. You will accept what I offer, and you will obey my word. Because you must. And you expect me to... Do you hear that? You are being hunted. Go, defend yourself. I shall not have you die so soon.
I'm being hunted here? Can't you protect me, lady? Lady? Oh, maybe back in the other world I'm being hunted. There we go, sightless eye. Oh shit. Lorath's been defending me.
You're back.
All these
And
dead
still
demons.
yourself.
What's happened?
Demons. Here, in this sanctum.
There's more coming.
Yeah, chocolate. No. Demon. Must fight demon. class is effortless. Says I have like new things to unlock. Jailer, Doom is cast at range on the ground. No, I didn't mean to do that. Leaving behind a mark that tethers your primary target and hexes enemies within for 6 seconds. Whenever you kill a hexed enemy, Doom spreads the hex to another enemy and deals damage to them. I like that one. I fought these demons underneath Themis.
The Morlu. Mephisto's personal vanguard.
Lovely. I thought they looked familiar
Perhaps
from Diablo II.
He felt it when you woke his daughter. Perhaps he fears her. We will have to deal with this before you can return to Lilith.
I bet he does. Little pussy
The
ass
Queen
Mephisto.
must know. The signal fires must be lit.
Lord of Hatred's a fucking wuss. Scared of his daughter. I gotta get rid of that ability, that hand. It's counterintuitive to what my other abilities do. That hand's pulling things out of my circle, my sigil. So, we don't want that. What did this guy do again? Demonic Eye focuses upon enemies with a beam that makes them vulnerable and periodically blasts them. That's good. Lesser Demon vulnerable, single target damage. Okay, Rampage is the one I had. It didn't really work. He smashes wildly. It was like too wild. He wasn't like hitting anything. Infernal Breath. Summon a demonic head that breathes fire. We haven't tried that one yet. Rampaging damage. Enemies permanently take 1% increased damage from Infernal Breath each time it hits them up to 25%. That sounds good. Casting it infuses your lesser demon skills to grant you 1 second of volatility per hit. I don't know if I want that volatility yet, so we'll go with the other. Alright, let's try this build. Little build experimentation. Never hurt anybody. There's the demon head. Oh, I like that. It's like a wave style attack. That's pretty good. Strider crown? Nope, it's junk.
Go for the tall ones with the robes. Invokers. They
Invokers.
empower the rest.
Got it. Oh crap, they also dropped fire on my head. Oh, he's really strong. Wow. He is annoyingly strong. Ooh, but he gave me a ring. That's my second ring ever, so it's going on. Maximum life. 1 to max life. Literally kind of a junk ring. Better than nothing, better than nothing. I come here, we'll taunt them in. We'll send the little circle up. And then we'll flame head them. I'm stuck. Because my abilities are on the ground and red, it's hard to see the enemy's abilities to dodge them because they're red. So that's a bit of a faulty design there by the old Blizz. See, because that red is mine. And the contrast between that and everything else is not very clear. That I knew I had to dodge. Oh, another one's right here. Oh, I aimed him the wrong way? How's that even possible? I guess he doesn't have like an AI. You gotta actually aim that thing. Just eat these meteors. Alright, relax, relax. Alright, even though I've reduced it so much, the effects are still so fucking loud. It's crazy. That's better. That's better. That's headache inducing. 38 damage. Well, I don't have a Standard weapon. 1.9% crafting material drop rate. Hell yeah, instead of gold, nobody needs gold. Oh, you know what I can do to make it easier to fight? There is an ability that lets you see... I don't see it. It's not sharp in the image. It's this thing that the game does where... Maybe it's an accessibility, actually. It brightens the enemies a little bit for you, but just the enemies. Where would that be? Gameplay. No. Highlights. No, that's just for me. Character visibility. Yeah, man, of course now I can't find it. I'll have to look it up later. Because that's a huge boon to understand where enemies are. Pathfinder displays an in-game path in the overworld to your pinned location. Yeah. You kidding me? Who's not using that? Crazy people. Definitely not. Don't turn on the screen reader. It's the most annoying thing possible. I wish I could find that option. It was like when you start the game, it was like, do you want to do this? And I was like, nah, I want it to look all dark and cool and smoky. And now I'm like, no, I actually want survivability. So of course, my decision backfired, and then they're like, you can change this at any time. Yeah, if you can find it. This will enable hit flashes on character. No. Screen shake. No. Reduce strobing. No. I don't know. It's got to be highlights. But that's just on the player. I thought we were also highlighting enemies. Suppose not. Save changes. We'll see what this is about. Oh no, that makes me glow. I don't need that. That's too much. That's ugly. We don't want that. No sir. No siree, Bob. Hi, Dominion. Controller vibration. I don't have that. Man, I wish I knew where that was. Limit cutscene FPS. What? I mean, okay. If that's recommended, I guess because they're only shot in 30 FPS. I would watch them in 60 if that were a thing. Normally I turn ambient occlusion off. Oh wow, it just does not look as good. Something happened that just looks weird. I guess ambient occlusion was more important in this game. Maybe I'm just not used to it. Oh no, something happened, yeah. Good old Blizzard launch day. Well, you know what? That's as good a place as any to end the stream, because I'm going to be dealing with this now for a while, I think. So thank you, everybody, for checking out Diablo IV Lord of Hatred with me. I appreciated all who stopped by, and the 4 people who decided to give gifts. Thank you so much, River, Dominion, Jelly, Big T. Appreciate you. Of course, Vicana for the gifted sub to Ponyo, and it was a long-term sub as well, so thank you so much. And I enjoyed this game and this stream, and I will see you all maybe even later, but definitely tomorrow. Take it easy.